So my name is Matthew Thornton, as you can see at the bottom. So I work for John Sisk Sons and I'm a QS. So essentially in the construction project, someone has to look at the cost and the financials of the project. So that's essentially what the commercial team does, and within that team the QS sits. So I would report to a commercial manager who controls the whole job, and I kind of look more on the specifics of a project, such as the subcontractors, any claims or any issues which come up within the job. So essentially anything money a QS will be involved in. I would also deal with setting up the subcontracts and orders, so there's a little bit of legal side in there, but the main thing is kind of keeping the control of all the financials of the project, and within that checking any implications of any changes in terms of design, in terms of the methodology, or if any issues come up, kind of identifying the financial implications of that change. So that's essentially the main thing that I do. With doing that, we also kind of do a lot of discussions, problem solving, work with the engineers, trying to find the most cost-effective way of doing things. And then essentially, if all things go wrong, we kind of argue for a living, to be fair, arguing over pennies and pounds. So to be honest, when I was at college, I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. So my dad, who's actually a project manager, was already in the industry, so that's how I kind of heard about it. And I got speaking to someone he worked with, and it's kind of just clicked that it's kind of the skills that I like to do. So a bit of investigation work in terms of trying to do problem solving, money. I've always enjoyed dealing with money, and it wasn't kind of complex maths, which wasn't really my forte. It's more simplified. It's adding up, it's taking away, it's working stuff out, but it's not doing any crazy calculations. And then I just ended up doing it at university, and then slowly just got onto a graduate scheme at John Sisk, and I'm here now. So there's not one skill which is perfect. So you could be an introverted person, an extroverted person. It doesn't matter in terms of that. You just got to be able to conduct and explain clearly what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do. Another key skill I'd say is just being good with numbers. I mean, you don't have to be like a wizard in knowing all the formulas and stuff like that. You just got to be able to keep a clear head and not get lost in numbers. And then you kind of got to be able to juggle and kind of understand and prioritize certain works as well. So it's a lot of kind of time management as well. There's not just one skill which is best for QS, it's kind of a combination of a lot of skills. I'd say the best bit can also be seen as the worst bit as well, because there's always different challenges within my project. So for example, one day you could have a nice easy day just doing a payment application. Then the very next day, the same person you were discussing all happy days with about payment, they may strike a water main or something like that, and then you got to find out all the implications happening with that and work out the costs with them, and having a nice jolly relationship with them to kind of arguing with them about pennies again. It's kind of always different, and that's the best thing about it. You've not got the same day twice. So I'd recommend kind of looking into it and identifying what exactly would draw you into being a QS. And then essentially there's two ways you can go. You can go the way that I went, where I went to university doing a QS degree, and then did a placement year, and then kind of found the job that I wanted. Or I'd probably recommend looking around, speaking to main contractors, clients, consultancies, and just message them asking about apprenticeship schemes, because I'd say that is easily the best thing to do. If I could go back in time, I would definitely go back to an apprenticeship scheme and do the same thing again with that.